wrong. We don't have control over the cameras. We can't even shut off the broadcast.
What? How is that possible?
Hello RWBY fans, I am Dragon Lolita. In this video, we are going to talk about my predictions about Season 4 of RWBY, which is to be released next week on October 22nd, or this week, depending on when this video is released. In my previous video, I gave you the rundown on how Darwinism can prove humans were once grim. You can click on the link in the description below if you haven't seen that video already. At the end of the video, I stated that I would like to talk about what would be the remaining plans of Salem and Cinder from a logical standpoint of storytelling. Now, I must state for the sake of this video, I will be talking about events from previous seasons and show you my prediction for Season 4, so if you haven't already caught up, pause this video and go watch the series. It's cool. I'll wait. Step 1. Build an army. Getting the manpower. The White Fang and Junior's men. Activists and terrorists who are willing to fight and die for a cause. This cause being the destruction of Remnant. Now yes, the White Fang's original purpose was to bring equality to both the Faunus and the humans. But this asshole is in charge, who basically follows Cinder's orders given by Salem. So you pretty much have the perfect army, and to quote from Roman, if you can't beat them, join them. And I mean, to the White Fang, destroying everything humanity has created sounds like a good way of protesting against them, even if there are some casualties. Step 2. Lots of weaponry. At the end of Season 1, we see the White Fang attempt to steal a large shipment of dust from the She Dust Company on the docks. In Season 2, Roman quotes that he has more dust than he knows what to do with. Not only did Roman and the White Fang steal dust, they also black market the Alistelian Paladin 290, a massive battle drone with serious firepower and advanced robotic capabilities. This goes back to my point in Step 1 with manpower. In order to possess such weapons, you need an army, or the Mafia to make some shady deals to steal or sell resources. Another possibility that hasn't been explored yet is White Fang members working inside the military. I mean, 10 giant robots from Atlas Military don't just go missing unnoticed. It would be the most logical choice, and it has the least amount of White Fang casualties in the process. Step 3. Planning your next move, aka the invasion of Beacon. At the end of Season 2, Roman uses the old train system to deliver bombs along the path to Vale, creating giant potholes from Grim to fall into and a way to enter the city. Now thanks to Team RWBY, they managed to stop the attack and uncover their plans. Sort of. Unfortunately, after their efforts in Season 2, Vale still suffers a grim problem. Without sealing the entrance for them to enter to the city, you leave the city vulnerable for another attack. We see this throughout the beginning of Season 3, where the Grimm are kinda chilling out at Mount Glen, but the amount of Grimm in the area is so bad that the city is desperate for help to combat and keep them from getting closer and closer to Vale. This leads to the invasion of Beacon. Cinder's original plan was to set off the bombs just around the time she delivered her message. Cinder's purpose in delivering her message is to cause mass panic with propaganda. First she blames Yang for attacking Mercury, and then has the matchup between Para and Penny end up in dismembered... Excuse me for a second. Can I just have a second? Seeing her death again just still hurts inside. Okay, I'm good. And in her message, she talks about how the Guardians, the ones that are supposed to protect the citizens, have failed to keep them safe and falsely show the kind of power they possess and what they've done with it. By doing so, she places disappointment, doubt, and fear into their minds, and fear is what brings the Grimm. With the Grimm entering the city and attacking the school, the only defense left is the airships and Ironwood's army, but Cinder has accounted for this. In Episode 7 of Season 2, we see Cinder upload a virus into the CCT, allowing her to manipulate the Vital Tournament and hack into the Army's systems. Cinder is using their own technology against them, which is a huge strategic move. Without the airships to fend off the Grimm and the Army's robotic soldiers under their control in order to combat the Huntsmen and students of Beacon, this allows the White Fang to invade, as well as bring in the heavy artillery, aka the Dragon. With the school now brought down to its knees, it's time to take out the leader. Earlier in the invasion, Cinder tried to use the robots to take on Ironwood, but as we see in the next episode, he's still alive like nothing happened. However, the same can't be said for Ozpin. Without Pyrrha to possess the Fall Maiden's power, Ozpin is forced to take one final stand against Cinder, saying the tower mustn't fall. As awesome as the fight scene was for 30 seconds. It ends with Ozpin going missing, the CCT falls, and the school is unoperational due to a giant frozen Grim dragon on top of the school, still attracting more Grim to this day. And the season ends with RWBY and the remaining members of Team Juniper beginning their journey to Haven. This finally leads me to my theory of what Season 4 has in store for us. With everything that's happened, the next logical step for Salem to make now is to destroy any remaining power Remnant still has left. With the kingdoms now divided and no form of communication, Salem's next target is Atlas, because of their remaining military power in the She-Dust Company. The other logical step, take out Ironwood and Crow, since Crow's taking over for Ozpin, and Ironwood is still alive. Now, I know what you're thinking. With all this explanation of what Salem is, to humans being Grims once, if you haven't already seen that video, this little logical explanation of what Season 4 could have in store for us, is that it? Unfortunately, yes. This is all I can give you without going too far with specific characters, which is not a place I want to dig myself into. Even then, that's still a pretty deep analysis from a show about a girl who wants to just be like the heroes in the stories. By the way, I'm just basing this off of logic and standard storytelling. It pretty much follows the brave hero being trained by her mentors to develop a strong, powerful character as time goes on in order to be the one to defeat the antagonists. However, I want you to be in Salem's footsteps for a second. Wouldn't you have a similar plan like hers? I do have this final statement to say. In Free Play episode 42, it was stated that
what's happening right now in the show has been part of the design ever since the beginning. So this is all, yes, this was part of the master outline. These were story beats that Miles and Carrie came up with and Monty contributed to, and it was all approved by everyone that was involved in writing the show. So it's not the case that we're reacting to stuff in the moment exactly. I mean, you might make some tweaks about what you think is exactly working or not, but the big plot points that are in play right now have been on the drawing board since the beginning.
If my theory is true and the invasion of Beacon is just the first step in this giant chess game of power, then you can expect that the gloves are coming off. But hey, that's just the theory. A RWBY theory. Thank you guys for watching. Guys, be sure to check out RWBY Season 4 as well as Roosterteeth's other series. And obviously, if you stuck around this long, be sure to leave a like. It helps. Share with your friends. And ignite that subscribe button.